it's crazy that we're having this discussion, guys, because of the different change of it. And we'll just move into this as we get close to wrapping up. But what is happening in the AFC? We're watching and monitoring right now this Eagles-Chiefs game. I know we're keeping people. Maybe you're watching 7-7 right now. But who is who? The Jags are playing the Texans for first place this weekend coming up. The Ravens, there's no reason for them not to win with having Lamar Jackson at quarterback.
Correct.
I don't know what to make of the rest of the field. I'm looking at this. Buffalo is still dangerous to me with Josh Allen. I don't. I know you're shaking your head. I think he's still dangerous, but
he's dangerous for both teams.
Yeah.
Like, I agree. No, he's one of the biggest threats, but I have not seen anything from him this year that makes me afraid to play Buffalo, because if you stay in it right now, it seems like he will almost give it away. Like, you just have to wait out for Josh Allen to think he can just toss it 70 yards deep to Stephon Diggs in a big moment and just Geno Stone. Keep it close, though. He'll beat
and their
beat
defense
himself.
isn't as good this year as it has.
Well, yeah, and they're without Matt Milano, and there's a lot of injuries on that side of the ball.
Their defensive stats before Matt Milano went down and after is actually insane.
Yeah.
But middle linebacker is not a position of value, apparently, is what I've been told.
And apparently, it's in games of, we're talking about higher end teams for the Dolphins, to give that context. They have not scored more than, if I'm doing the math again correctly,
so much math for Ryan.
They lost by 28 points to the Bills. They scored 20. They played the Eagles, only put up 17. So I'm just saying, this high flying offense, Jalen Ramsey looks like a beast.
Jalen Ramsey's
he might be the
play that he made at the end of the game yesterday, where he got the wind knocked out of him. Like, what the hell?
They're going to need to make more plays like that defensively for Miami to win, because just right now, the Dolphins, if it's not facing a team that they're supposed to win, and I agree with the point.
He was all over Devontae.
Miami's beating the teams that they need to beat. I agree with that. They are, but the problem is, that at least for the Denver Broncos right now, Denver's beating teams that they probably aren't supposed to beat.
Yeah. And the thing
here they are.
My biggest thing about Miami is, like, yeah, they're beating the teams that they're supposed to beat, but none of those teams are the teams they'll be seeing in the playoffs.
And what are they? They're 5-0 at home, I believe. I believe the Miami Dolphins are 5-0 at home. I'll tell you right now, they're 5-0 at home. They're 7-3. Yeah. So they need to be at home.
Mm-hmm.
So
they need to get a top 2.
They're 2-3 on the road, 5-0 at home, but none of those 5 wins have come against a team over 500. We're going to find out a lot.
We also know that, to that point, you beat the teams you need to beat. You beat some teams in your division. You get to the playoffs. Anything can happen. Like, that's always the story. Now, defense maybe can hold its own a little bit in the playoffs here and there over like the top offenses, but at the end of the day, you need a good top offense, and no one wants to face them. And no one wants to have to face Tyreek and Waddle and that offense, and maybe with their healthy running backs. Mm-hmm. No one wants to. No defense wants to face that.
Next 4 games for the Dolphins: Jets twice, Commanders, Titans. You know who they finish with? Cowboys, Ravens, Buffalo.
They're going to go 3-3, and they're going to go 3-0, 0-3.
Guess we'll find out. Last, as we can just close this out.
Write it down.
We're going to see what happens with this game tonight with the Chiefs, obviously. Yeah. I'm still a big believer the Chiefs are going to win this game. I
don't know about big believer on this side of the table.
We know. You just can't count out the defending champs, man. You can't count out.
I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying that
I feel like we've seen this story before.
Offense hasn't been great against good defenses, and I don't know how the Chiefs haven't exactly been great against winning teams either this year. So,
well, Parker, how this has been? I feel like this is where the Chiefs are becoming the Patriots again.
The Chiefs are becoming the Patriots as in a dynasty.
Yes,
we're going to see right now. I think this game right here is going to tell us a lot. And then I think, moving forward in their season here, how are they going to close things out? What do you think?
What's their schedule for the rest of the season?
We got Raiders, Packers, Bills, Patriots, Raiders. So they should. I think they got to take care of business here. Yeah. Clearly,
if they win this game and they have 2 losses, they might lose 1 the rest of the way. I know we're split on different. You think Raiders steal one from Kansas City?
I think
Kansas City
Mm,
wins by a million.
yeah, versus the
b-
Raiders.
both
I think the
games-
Bills might give them more.
The
more-
Raiders,
more of a problem.
the Chiefs beat the Raiders in both games by 1 million. That's what you're saying.
I think that they win it pretty handedly. Aiden O'Connell, I think, takes 10.5 sacks per game.
They lost to the Broncos. Just saying.
They did.
They did.
But it's
They
Broncos
lost.
are-
That's
the
it.
zombie
They lost.
Broncos are hot.
That's the tweet.
But
The
the
zombie
Broncos are the
Broncos.
best team in the NFL right now. 4 games in a row.
They're
They're hot.
the
Now.
zombies of the NFL
Now.
for sure.
I'll tell you what, I actually believe Denver's going to win this next week against Cleveland. I digress. I'm praying. That would be a massive
Wow.
win.